Good morning. How are y'all doing? Happy Transformation Tuesday, June 9th. How are y'all doing? I'm out for my morning walk. Keep this shape, honey. Fashion dolls. So yesterday, there was a game that took place in New York. If I'm not mistaken, was it the Knicks game? I don't know. I don't follow sports like that. But here's some information, some vital information I think you should know. Thousands of your hard-earned tax-paying dollars to shut down New York and build war outside of the arena. And a player from the Spurs basically spoke out against Donald Trump. You know you're not welcome there, Orange Piggy. And you know why. Rosie O'Donnell gave us all the tea we needed to know about you. With answer, you pocketed that money by creating a university, Trump University. You pocketed that money from 6 businesses that have failed. So when has America ever been great? And here's the cherry on top of the cake. Guess what, y'all? Poindexter, Grinder, MAGA Mike Johnson wants to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and SSI. They say they have a plan in place. We know how that goes. Y'all have volumes of ideas. Y'all have concepts of plans. So how are people going to be able to afford their medication? How are people going to be able to afford health care in this country? Didn't my colleague Conscience TV, make sure y'all go and subscribe to Conscience, warn that healthcare premiums were going to skyrocket as they are right now? But see, under Biden-Harris, insulin was capped at $35. Thanks to Biden-Harris, you were able to afford healthcare. Republicans, their mission is to privatize. It's for their own self-interest and for the uberly wealthy. If you're not a part of that 1% tax bracket, that means like the Peter Thiels, who also fled the country, by the way, to go with his partner, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and also they created a website that has a list of, Democratic or left-wing platforms. Brian Tyler Cohen was targeted. Who else is on there? Jake Tapper, Dana Bash, CNN. When CNN, under the guise of the Warner Brothers Paramount merger, the Ellison brothers, CNN is right up under there. So why are you attacking CNN? But because even though ever since Don Lemon has been on there, he's been attacking CNN. Abby Phillip, of course, I told y'all about her situation yesterday, what he said to her. That's a stupid question. This whole interview with Kristen Welker, she stood up to him to his goddamn face, and he can't stand it. The more we push back, the more we stand up to him, the more dangerous he gets. The more erratic he gets. The more his behavior spirals out of control. Yes, you were booed at that game yesterday, Orange Piggy. Nobody likes you in New York, and you know why. And I can give you a reminder for why people don't like you. You're racist. You're fucking up this country. You took out a 5-page spread on 5 young Black and Latino men calling for bringing back the death penalty. Do I need to pull that article up? Let's see what else. He launched the largest push for denaturalization to strip citizenship from foreign-born Americans. Let's see what else. He was going to mark 2.7 million living people as deceased now so that they have to self-deport or either ICE would come after them and attack them. Let's see what else he's doing. I think that's another reason why he got booed. I got another one. I'm not done. You waived the environmental laws to blast roads and barriers through National Park, and you know what will happen? That will devastate Big Bend. So I think that's one of the reasons why people are booing you, because you're fucking up this country. This war with Iran that should not be, because you went and you poked the bear first, you instigated the shit. You think you're winning, but you're not winning. You're losing. Guess what else? Y'all, I'm not done. So the United States can accept white people from South Africa. But any other country, any other person, any other ethnicity, Somalia, or any other ethnicity, any marginalized group, no. And they've been doing this. This is like their sixth consecutive month. Let's see. Here's some more. Guess who's running for president and created a committee for 2028? Greg Bovino. Now, I know you like Miss Stevie. Greg Bovino is the same Greg Bovino. Yes, you're correct. That Greg Bovino, who is responsible for the death of Renee Nicole Good and the other ICE agents as well too, ICE agents in general. Yes, that Greg Bovino, who threw up the Nazi salute. Yes. Let's see what else. You got Poindexter Mike Johnson, excuse me, caught on the hot mic saying that, hey, we're going to do some cuts to Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, calling them entitlement programs. You're goddamn right. People are entitled to their own money that they pay into. Their money, not yours. Didn't I say America was not for fucking sale? What part of that are y'all not understanding? But see, people are not mad enough. They're not as mad as I am. And you know which people I'm talking about. I'm talking about white people. Because y'all voted to get us here in this shit. As I stated yesterday on the show with Kwame, y'all voted here to get us into this shit. Now it's up to y'all to fix it. Y'all got Asian Americans out here crashing the fuck out because we're saying we're going to do a permanent blackout and boycott y'all's businesses. You can't get mad at that. Y'all have always aligned yourself with white supremacy, with the adjacency and proximity to whiteness. There will be no black representatives, what is it, in Congress? Shout outs to OG Big Mac. That means you, Tim Scott. That means you, Wesley Hunt and Byron Donalds. That means you too, not just the Democratic side, but y'all too. But see, y'all will continue to tap dance. Y'all will continue to be jigaboos and sell out your own goddamn people. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. Yes, they black like us. But guess what? They've aligned themselves with white supremacists. So no, I don't fuck with them like that. Especially Tim Scott from my city of South Carolina, who is calling, right along with Lindsey Graham, for this big-ass ballroom with Donald Trump. They're just going to keep chipping away at our finances, stealing from the American people, taking our hard-earned taxpaying dollars and wasting it away. And this motherfucker spent thousands of our taxpaying dollars yesterday to close down New York. And to the game, to the head of, I don't know, whatever basketball team was playing yesterday. What the fuck? Why would y'all invite him? Why? But see, this is what I was saying about capitalism and imperialism. Money talks, and your values go out of the window. Just like with the Met Gala this year. That was backed by Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post. Let's talk about this new thing on their White House website, .gov. They're saying that it's called media or left-wing influencers. No. It's called right-wing influencers. Hey, Alvin, I know you're going to go out in a minute because you're at the gym. But this is what went on, in case you guys missed it. Yesterday, Donald Trump got booed at a game. He spent thousands of our hard-earned taxpaying dollars to shut down New York. He waived environmental laws to blast roads and barriers through National Park. What else did he do? Basically launched the biggest push for denaturalization. Remember, Stephen Miller kept saying, hey, we're going to go for the denaturalization process of people, ending birthright citizenship for foreign-born Americans. The United States will continue to accept white people from South Africa, and this is their 6th consecutive month. You got Greg Bovino, who is responsible for the death of Renee Nicole Good. And also, he created a committee because he's going to run for president in 2028. You got a Nazi running for president. So, to the Donald Trump voters, are we great yet? To the blacks that are in Congress and Senate that are Republican, are we great yet? And as much as y'all try to sit up here and spin it, you can't. There is no debate about white supremacy. It's wrong. You know, everything that this regime is doing is wrong. People are being abused in these concentration camps. People are being refused health care, medication. Their food have maggots and things in it. That's no way for nobody to live. And if they tell their families about these conditions, no tablet time, no laptop time, like they're children or something. These are human beings. These are adults. These are people who have families, who are hardworking Americans. And y'all have them captured, treating them like animals. Which, by the way, with Donald Trump doing what he did with the environmental laws, that's going to harm a lot of animals. So if you are an animal lover like I am, yeah, a lot of animals will die. A lot of people are going to die. Not only just that, but you got Mike Johnson, Poindexter, caught on the hot mic yesterday saying, we're going to do cuts to Medicaid, Medicare. Deshaun kept saying it. I kept saying it. Conscience even said it. That your healthcare premiums would skyrocket. Remember the days where you would have to pay for insurance and stuff? And then boom, who creates something that could help everybody? Obama. Obama came in and created Obamacare. But see, y'all motherfuckers didn't know. Y'all didn't believe that fat meat is greasy. Y'all didn't know that the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare were the same exact goddamn thing, as Kwame said on the show yesterday. And I suggest y'all go and check that interview out. We talked about reporting news under an authoritarian regime, because they have now, if you go to the White House Gov, I kid you not, you can't make this shit up. They have something called left-wing lunacy. They are targeting influencers. So that means us. I went to check to see if my name was on the list. It's not on the list. But trust, just wait till your number is called. But Brian Tyler Cohen, his response was, fuck you and suck his Peter. That's what he said to Donald Trump. And I love every minute of it. I love every minute of it. Y'all are not going to intimidate people into submission and silence us. Because that's exactly what fascists do. They said this is how democracy dies in darkness. But we have the First Amendment, which is free speech. Y'all want free speech for me, but none for thee. Y'all want to be able to go out here and say the N-word to black people. Y'all want to be able to go out here and misgender people. Y'all want to be able to go out here and say some of the most dangerous, ruthless shit to us, like Tony Hinchcliffe at Kevin Hart's roast about George Floyd. So free speech for me, but none for thee. That's what y'all want. Donald Trump is erratic. He is out of control. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. But we will not have a democracy anymore. This is what it is. This is what it's always going to be. White supremacy will always continue to rule and reign supreme. White Christian nationalism as well, too, will continue to rule. And we're divided, worrying about trans people. Y'all worried about us. Y'all worried about us in this Pride Month. We're out here minding our goddamn business, And y'all are worried about us. As I stated on Alvin's panel Sunday, y'all worried about less than 1% of the population. Laverne Cox was on The View yesterday, and she talked about dating the MAGA cop. And girlfriend, it's not it. You dated a man who voted to eradicate your sister's existence and your brother's existence in the community. That shit is not cool. It's not cool. It don't sit right with me. It's like sleeping with the enemy. And that's not something that I'm willing to do. I can't sell my own people out to sleep with the enemy. Now, don't get me wrong. I would date a white man or an Asian man. But I'm going to do background checks to see what's their political affiliation and how they vote. What's their history? All of that. Yes, I does background checks. If you're going to date me, you cannot be MAGA. No, you got to be pro-black. You got to be for my people. You got to understand my plight as a black trans woman. She sure was. She was on The View yesterday. And she talked about she's releasing a new book. She's got a new book coming out. And she talked about dating the MAGA cop, of course. She got into a lot of hot water for that. And remember the conversation, T.S. Madison, Olay and friends, all of them, how that went. I think, was Madison on the panel? No, it was Hope Giselle and Olay and a few others, that were on that panel. When they sat down with her and said, hey, this isn't right. You're dating a man who basically wants to eradicate our existence, who voted against you. Let me say this, and Kwame said it best yesterday. There are men who are in the Republican Party who are attracted to us, and they can't live their full, authentic selves or truth because they know they will be shunned away and turned away from the Republican Party. And that's sad. It truly is. But again, white Christian nationalism, organized religion, indoctrination has done a number on our people. So you have to live to the normal status quo, which is, as what Republicans would say, the nuclear family, the man, the woman, the child, and the man is the head of the household. So they are turning back the clock on policies. And these policies are harming us, the policies that they're putting in place. They're creating legislation to label people terrorists, domestic terrorists and counter-terrorists, trans people, us for sure. And I told y'all that on Sunday's panel. But again, I keep saying it. Trans people, queer people, we are not your enemy. We are not your enemy. Oh yes, the divorce as well too. J.D. Vance, he said what he said. That's what Deshaun was saying on the panel. That if a woman is in a toxic relationship, she won't be able to leave that toxic relationship. They want to make it so that a woman is suppressed. She has no rights. She can't vote. Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, you have Donald Trump and Republicans still trying to pass what? The SAVE Act. And what would the SAVE Act do? Let's see. It would strip women of our right to vote. That would include trans women, I'm pretty sure, because we operate as women. Well, no, they qualify us as men. So let me take that back, because they see us as men. They don't see us as women. Even though society see us navigating the world as women, they see us as men. Just ask Caitlyn Jenner, because Caitlyn got her wake-up call. She was like, well, I can't get this ID. Because you aligned yourself with a party who wants to eradicate your existence as well as the other people in the community. I said it once and I will say it again. I cannot relate to a white transgender woman because I'm not white. Whereas y'all have proximity, y'all have privilege. Y'all are privy to things that black trans women, we are not. Racism is a virus in this country, and it's a very expensive price that we're having to pay. And that price is $2 billion a day for a war that we didn't even ask for. Because this motherfucker is upset that he got his ego bruised and hurt. So, I ask you this, are we great, Donald Trump voters? Are we great? Are y'all starting to see the light? Because Kamala was the better candidate. She didn't care about your political affiliation. I have two people, it's going to be two political conversations back to back next week coming on the show. We got Bootsy Saunders, and then we've got Andre Hollins. And y'all know I'm going to go in on both of them. Because you've got them now targeting outlets. And who was it? I think Tennessee Brando said that, hey, they could go after influencers. They're also going after doctors as well, too. They won't allow doctors to do their jobs, which is to help people, to give them care. So yes, this regime doesn't care about nobody but themselves. They only care about the 1% and enriching themselves. That's it, that's all. But yes, like I was saying though, what can we do as of now? And I think even Alvin said it, you cannot stay home. Alvin said it on the panel Sunday, which was, Black people, there are things that you can do to get involved. These Asian people out here crashing the fuck out, doing TikTok videos, being blatantly racist. Y'all pissed off because we're saying we're going to call for a permanent blackout. We're going to find other establishments, other businesses, and y'all are being racist. But see, Asians, Hispanics, and then you got some Muslims, i.e. Dearborn, Michigan. Some of the pro-Palestine, pro-Gaza people are anti-Black. You do have some people who are leftists who are racist as well, too. And I'm not just the only one saying it. I'm seeing it. You're seeing me call it out for the first time. Because, you would think with everybody wanting to be together and work together in the Democratic Party, no, you got some racist white leftists out there, and that's the truth. And then some of them turn out to be low-key Republicans. I'll give you an example. Hassan Piker. This motherfucker is a Trump supporter. And then someone had the nerve to ask Politics by Tabitha, is this photo AI? No, that's him wearing his beautiful red hat in real time. That's him. Also, if you're in South Carolina, early voting primaries are taking place. Make sure that you're registered to vote. Check your voter registration. Because they purged voters off of the rolls. They did it back in 2024. And I don't know why my audio keeps cutting in and out. I noticed that on Alvin's panel. I had to find me a microphone or something. Or either it's my phone. I don't know. But yes, make sure that y'all are out here mobilizing, organizing, helping getting people registered to vote. There are things that you can do in the meantime to resist back against this regime, to push back against this regime. Okay? And with that being said, that is my 30-minute walk, Fashion Dolls. I've given y'all all the tools and information y'all need. Make sure that y'all join me today at 4 p.m. There will be no show tomorrow or Thursday. I will be back Friday, but the morning walks will resume. So make sure that y'all tune in and also check out the panel with Alvin, Tipper Tat, this and that. Deshaun, Bubs, Slick and Salacious. Make sure y'all tune in and support all of our platforms. And also go and check out the interview that I did with Kwame Speaks of Pyro Media Network. Make sure y'all head on over and subscribe. I love y'all, and I will see y'all today at 4.